It's a fact that Starlight Glimmer was a memorable villain from My Little Pony Season 5, but was her redemption really necessary or was it forced? Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and before everything, I'm not hating on the character or anything like that, and I actually like her very much. I'm just giving my opinion about Starlight's path through the series, okay? Well, the first time we see this pony is right at the beginning of Season 5 in the Cutie Map Part 1 and 2, where we met a small pony village that is totally isolated from Equestria, and that is controlled by a totally authoritarian leader, Starlight. Then further, we find out that she also controls the minds and lives of their ponies in the village every day. And in case someone went against her principles, Starlight would force this pony to spend the whole day locked in a cabin with no food and no water. And if we analyze Starlight, she can be more mechanic than most villains in the series, like Tirek himself, that stole by force the magic from every pony, differently than Starlight that stole the cutie marks from everyone around her, meaning their life purposes. In case that wasn't clear, each cutie mark is unique and resembles that each pony will do for the rest of their lives. It's kinda like a DNA, you know? So when the villain ripped the main 6 cutie marks, we see that they felt an immense pain, like if it's part of them were being ripped off, like their souls for example. And guys, this detail was so bizarre that I get angry because by remembering that Hasbro had this amazing villain and threw her in the trash, wasting an amazing potential for a memorable villain in the cartoon. They managed to make Starlight's redemption a joke in less than 10 minutes. And remember that the main 6 didn't even want to come near Discord after he blackmailed and used them, but they accepted Starlight with all the love in the world after she tortured them. Hold on a sec, we saw that Starlight liked to be evil and control others just because this gave her a powerful feeling, and she was really strong, so much that Twilight could barely come close to her. She also forced ponies to give up their cutie mark, and if they didn't, she would take them by force. And from what we see in this episode, the process is extremely painful, and knowing Starlight, I'm sure that the pain part was on purpose, since the village folks would remember the pain before coming up to her. In other words, discipline throughout torture. And dude, the only pony that had done something close to this was King Sombra during the regime in Crystal Empire, when he enslaved the ponies and kidnapped their minds for decades. And as Starlight was as powerful as Twilight, everyone expected an epic fight between both of them in the second episode of Season 5. But what she did, she ran away. And that was such an anticlimactic turn off that I really thought that she ran away to come back in a later season of the show, even stronger and fearful than before, just like Tirek and Chrysalis in the 9th season. But what really happened is that she come back in the last 2 episodes of Season 5, meaning 20 episodes later, after everything that happened. And then we find out her reasons for being so evil. And let me tell you, what a lame revelation. We find out that the pony had a best friend that we later find out is Sunburst, and then after he got his cutie mark, the two of them split up, while her friend got all the glory. So you were telling me she became evil for envy? Not to mention that this creature was taking out her frustration in something that can't be controlled, like destiny. Honestly, it would have been better to make Starlight evil because she just likes to control everything, or because she had a power thirst just like Sunset Shimmer. If you agree with me, leave a like in the video because now things will get hot. After Starlight's forgiven by Twilight and the others, the pony comes back in Season 6 as the new protagonist of G4. Something that made most of the fans mad. Like, I get it, now Starlight needs to learn from the main 6 of how to be a good friend and also about the powers of friendship, but she needed all that spotlight for free? Dude, she literally suffered 0 consequences. And I think that it's kinda controversial if we count that Sunset Shimmer also manipulated Canterlot High students back in the Equestria girls. And the reason Sunset did that is because she always reached more power by pure arrogancy, since she was Celestia's student and wanted to feel as powerful as her. But as soon as Sunset is defeated, the girls realize that power isn't everything in life, and that having friends was really important. A true redemption, way better than Starlight one's. Don't you agree? And what was Sunset's punishment? Fixing the whole school all by herself. The entire school ignored and made fun of Sunset, mad at her after she almost turned everyone into their slaves. Meanwhile, Starlight had already become Twilight's BFF, and she was also forgiven by every pony on that village. Like if nothing has ever happened. Dude, forgiving is the key, but sometimes punishment is required. So we get true repentance, but nothing too severe. I don't want to be much of a bummer, but I think they went too easy on her. But let me know if you guys have another opinion. Feel free to comment it down below, okay? Another thing that bothered me a little about Starlight is that after she becomes a good person, she got a Mary Sue personality. That is basically when a character is perfect in everything and never suffers any consequences for its actions, no matter how bad they are. Do you want any proof? First one, the main 6 castle had thrones of each one of them, including Spike. But who does the castle calls for help in that episode a royal problem? Twilight that was celestial kiss ass? Nope. Starlight, a pony that was still learning about friendship. Come on, she spent her whole life being evil. She should at least have to spend a year to understand what was friendship magic and how to treat others well. Second one, still in the same episode, Starlight managed to mix the cutie marks of the royal sisters using a spell that apparently only Starlight knew, while the rulers of Equestria were made a fool of asking how did the pony do. Dude, she literally messed up with Equestria's royalty. Such a serious thing that could have get Starlight banned from Equestria by the princesses. And this shows how much the series narrative stays in favor of Starlight. And the third one, she managed to be stronger than Twilight, Celestia's pupil, but how? Yeah, the series never went too deep on this one. They simply nerfed Twilight and let the ex-villain stronger than her. Because, and I know that this excuse that the pony spent years studying magic alone, but there's that. Where did she get all that knowledge? And don't quote Sunburst because they weren't even friends at the time. Which book showed her to steal cutie marks from other ponies? In this case, script. This is all thrown at our faces, and it gets hard to defend Starlight, and I like the character, okay? I'm no hater of her. I just get disappointed because she is basically a makeshift copy of Sunset Shimmer that was also strong and evil just to later become Equestria's Girl's protagonist. I understand that they wanted to use this idea for another memorable villain, but did they need to do this fast? I get disappointed at Starlight by being so poorly written like that, as a substitute to Twilight. And it seems like it gets more evident that Starlight was the producer's little dearest because of the highlights that she got in the series in such a small amount of episodes. Maybe she should have gotten a little bit more of public's love if she was better developed as a villain and learned about the power of friendship, or even showing her working on her anger management. I think that then it would be more natural transition, less forced. Or who knows, after she ran away in season 5, she came back in season 6 or 7, searching for the main 6, but now more powerful and thirsty for revenge. Then the protagonist would have to show her that friendship is something important to have, and that without it, Equestria wouldn't be what it is, a peaceful place to live. And as in the original, Starlight would little by little change her personality for a better one. But now, I want to know from you guys, do you think that Starlight Glimmer was a forced redemption or should have remained as a villain? Tell me in the comments because I'm crazy to debate this topic with you guys, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video till here, and hasta la vista!